In this video, I'm going to show you how to fill your calendar with real conversations without cold calling, without buying leads, without becoming a person you're not. So you can finally use the closing skill you already have. Because if you are good with people and still broke, you don't have a sales problem, you have a math problem. And I'm going to show you the math in about 90 seconds. My name is Saeed Mohsen. I'm the founder of the Boss Agents Academy. I help introverted and millennial realtors get predictable clients using AI and automation. I have sold over 1,000 homes in the last 12 years and trained over 1,500 agents in the last 5. If you want consistent conversations without cold calling or buying leads, subscribe to the channel. Now let's dive in. A lot of agents tell me some version of this. I can close anyone, I just can't find them. Give me a conversation and I will get the deal. That was never my problem. I'm great with people. And you know what? I believe you. That's not false confidence. For a lot of you, it's just true. I talked to an agent recently who closes 93% of the leads he gets. 93%. That's elite closing. That's better than almost anyone in his market. He had also had 0 deals in 6 months and $100,000 in debt. So here is what that belief does to you. And I want you to catch this because it's sneaky. When closings feel like your identity, you protect it. You go get better at it. More scripts, more objection handling, more role play. You sharpen a knife that's already sharp. And prospecting feels like an insult, like admitting you're not good enough. So you avoid the one thing that's actually broken, which means you stay dependent on the brokerage, on the portal, on referrals, on floor time. Somebody else decides how many conversations you get this month, which means somebody else decides what you earn. Then feast or famine locks in. Good month, you stop marketing to service your clients. Empty month, you start over cold over and over. And here is the worst part, the mental part. You know you're good at this. So when the money doesn't show up, you don't blame the system. You start quietly wondering what's wrong with you. That's the specific torture of being talented and broke. It's not a lack of confidence, it's a diagnosis error. Your family feels it too. You cannot plan anything. Vacations, decisions, commitments, everything waits on a calendar you cannot forecast. And the thing you will never get, you will never find out what your skill is actually worth at full volume. That's what this belief steals. Sounds familiar? But there is a better way. Here is the truth. You don't have a sales problem, you have a math problem. Let me prove it. If closings were really your bottleneck, then getting better at closing would fix your income. Fair? Okay, let's say you get perfect at closing. 10 out of 10, nobody escapes. You get 2 conversations a month. What is perfect worth now? 2 deals. You cannot multiply a great percentage by nothing. Now watch this. 2 agents. First one closes 9 out of 10. That's you. She gets 2 conversations a month, which is 2 deals. Second agent closes 3 out of 10. He's honestly not very good, but he gets 30 conversations a month, which turns into 9 deals. The worst agent makes 4 times the money, and it's not because of the close. And that's not fair, but it's not unfair either. It's just math, and math you can fix. Here is the way I want you to think about it. Every skill you have is a multiplier. Rapport building, objection handling, negotiation, all multipliers. And a multiplier needs something to multiply. You have spent years sharpening the knife. Nobody ever helped you grow the food. It's like a 5-star restaurant on a street with no traffic. The chef is legitimately world class. Everyone who walks into the restaurant becomes a regular. And the place is closing not because of the food, but because of the street. You have perfected the food for 10 years. Nobody helped you with the street. Peter Drucker said it this way. The aim of marketing is to make selling superfluous. Read that again. The better your marketing gets, the less your closing skill even has to carry. So how do you fix the street? Let me keep it simple because it's only 3 moves. 1, attract. Instead of chasing strangers, you put out content that answers the question people in your market are already asking. Not dancing on camera, not just listed posts. Real answers to real questions. The people who need you find you, and they arrive already trusting you because you helped them before you ever met them. 2, capture. Someone watches, gets value, and wants more, so you give them something worth trading an email and their contact information for. A workshop, a guide, a home valuation. Now they're not a stranger anymore. They're on your list, and not the portal's list. 3, book. This is where automation does the part you hate. Follow-up runs whether you are working or not. It nurtures, it answers, it offers a time, and it puts appointments on your calendar while you're at your kid's game or asleep. That's it. That's the engine. Attract, capture, and book. And notice what's not on there. No cold calling, no door knocking, no buying someone else's leads, no becoming a loud person on camera if you're not one. All it does is hand you conversations, which is the only thing you were ever missing. Don't just take my word for it. Let me tell you what this cost me to learn. I have spent over $500,000 on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook, Instagram leads, and it worked. In a sense, I got deals because I could close. But here is what I eventually understood about that $500,000. I wasn't buying leads, I was buying conversations. That's all it ever was. I had the skill the whole time. I was just renting access to people every single month forever. The day I got that, my question changed. I stopped asking, how do I get better at closing? And I started asking, how do I own the thing that produces conversations? Different question, different business, different life. And it's just not me. I have a client named Deborah. She started running the system. And she told me I woke up and there was another one in my email. Appointments booking overnight while she was sleeping. And she wasn't hunting anyone. They were coming to her. Here is my favorite part of that story. An agent in her brokerage watched her succeed for an entire year. A whole year of watching appointments show up. Finally, she called me and said, I didn't know you were the puppeteer. Another client, Randy Rogers, ran this in New York and generated over 260 leads. One of those leads closed at a $26,000 commission, which covered every dollar he had spent on ads. And Todd Hasty, 23 years in business, feast or famine the whole time. Now he is consistently closing 3 to 5 deals every single month. He put it perfectly. I would rather have people call me. That's the whole thing right there. Same skills he always had, different street. And listen, you already know this. You diagnose this correctly every week for other people. When a seller's house doesn't sell, you don't tell them to negotiate harder. You tell them the truth. Not enough people are walking through the door. That's an exposure problem, not a negotiation problem. You have never once gotten that wrong for a client. Now give your own business the same read. So here is what I want you to walk away with. You're not the problem. Honestly, you're the best part of this business. That closing skill you have is real and it's rare. Most agents would trade you for it. What's broken is that no one ever built you a way to use it. You have been handed a Ferrari and a driveway that is not a driver problem. So if you want a calendar full of conversations without cold calling or buying leads, here is what to do next. First, subscribe. Every week, I break down what's actually keeping agents stuck. Second, book a spot for my free live 2-hour workshop. Link is in the description. I walk you through the entire engine. Attract, capture, and book. All of it for free before you spend another dollar anywhere else. Third, if it makes sense after that, book a strategy session. We will look at your numbers together and see if the Magnetic Brand Engine is a good fit for you. No pressure either way. And do me a favor, drop a comment with your close rate. I want to see how many great closers are sitting here with empty calendar. I read every comment. I'll see you on the next one.